Is it thousands queue to use Brighton's only jet ski?
Is it scenes from the first ever live Where's Wally?
Is it just bollocks? I thought I was the only one who had this idea.
And that bloke there at the front going, Dave! 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 Dave!
I'll be on the red thing.
Is it whole town of Brighton take part in fire drill?
Is it Arabian railway station floats into Brighton? Is it
This is the queue for tickets for my new tour, Roaring Forties. On sale.
Oh, no!
Oh, you even got the plug in. Well done. Very good.
Is it entire country embarrassed to have thrown a sickie at once?
Is it an extract from Dara O'Brien's Bunga Bunga workout DVD?
We do it on beaches up and down the country. It's quite beautiful. It's amazing to watch.
Still don't know what it is.
Still don't know what it is. Still don't know what it is. Yeah.
Is it shock as UK newspapers use same photo 5 years in a row to let illiterate people know it was hot yesterday?
Is it from the wildlife documentary When Sharks Can't Be Arsed?
Is the beach just busy because it's nice and hot?
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Yeah. Sometimes, Gordian not, you just cut through it. Sometimes it's like that. Yes, Brighton Beach, of course. It's one of the many resorts heaving with sun seekers in the recent hot weather. Temperatures in parts of the country have trumped those in the Mediterranean, with people taking advantage of one of the longest heat waves in years, seeing temperatures rise to 30 degrees and above.
Amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing,
isn't it?
How has it caused chaos? How has it caused
transport chaos. I was at Waterloo yesterday trying to get home, and it was boiling. It was baking hot, and the guard said all the trains are delayed because the tracks are warped. And I said, well, why is that a problem? He said, because South East trains has become South West trains.
The M25 melted as well.
It did melt.
So it's like our whole transport system has been designed by Dali, essentially.
Why is it a problem if the M25 melts? All you do is you get a nice big knife, you spread it out, you've got another lane.
I just fill all the gritters with sun cream. I'll sort it out, won't it? So that'll be all right. Factor 50 will be all right.
Well, it did say that road menders, you know, were dispatched immediately to repair it. What did they do? It only melted because it's a soft southern road. That's all that happened. That's all it is. The E19 has pissed itself. It's been drinking for 3 days. It's sunburnt. It's still hanging in there.
Apparently, doggy sunscreen. The sales of that are up 500%. What a ridiculous thing that is. No, dogs just like the shade, right? No dog has ever gone, oh, I'm just going to lie here, poaching my internal organs. I reckon I can take 10 more minutes.
It's very difficult for dogs to hold that reflecting thing under their cheek like that.
They use those funnels.
Oh, these are funnels? Is that what those are? I have
You don't need sunscreen for pets because pets have fur. And it keeps them warm in the winter and cool in the summer. If you put sunscreen on, it's just basically putting hair gel on them. You know, they're trying to keep cool, not go on the pull, aren't they?
How do you know about hair gel?
A little bit of this, Ed. This is me going out for the night. I'm ready to roll.
My favourite thing about it when it's hot is when I go and check my gas meter and it's still on 40 quid and it's been on 40 quid for a week. To be fair, though, in the winter it's on 40 quid because my uncle sorted it. But, it's all...
Probably not the thing you want to admit on national television. But
There's been a 204% increase in barbecue sales, right? And a 176% increase in charcoal sales, which means, Dara, that 28% of people forgot to buy charcoal.
There was 9 million sausages sold by Tesco this week.
Really?
9 million, that's 4 pigs.
and 3 horses.
Many horses died for that joke.
Quite angry, though, in the summer. Everyone gets quite angry. It's more road rage in summer, isn't there? Because it's sort of hot. People will get out and fight. Like, in winter, no one's going to get out. Do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's really annoyed you and cut you up, you're going to come on then, but, oh, it's -3, see you in spring. Do you know what I mean? It's not gonna...
The cutting up, I rarely cut people up. I'm a very excellent driver. But I hate it if I'm in a taxi and the taxi cuts somebody up, because the person who gets cut up always looks at you, the passenger, like you're the one at fault, like you ordered the taxi driver. Get me to where I want to go now. There's an extra tenner in it if you just step on every toes, right? So anytime I'm in a taxi and the taxi driver cuts somebody up, right, I always make sure I'm rammed up against the window doing this. Why might we be hearing more of this sound?
Because it's the summer.
No, but longer
They've been allowed to play their chimes longer,
yes,
haven't they? The
yes,
ice cream men. That's
there was a law that passed, the chime law passed. I mean, there are various small laws passed this week, like gay marriage, for example. But no, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the chime laws, where ice cream men are allowed to play for 12 seconds rather than for 4 seconds.
Is it because of childhood obesity that they need more time to get to the ice cream?
There is a real problem with ice cream vans. I'm not sure this is funny, but it's kind of interesting.
OK.
Which is that it's all based on a national consultation they had about the future of ice cream vans. And do you know how many responses they got to the national consultation?
99. Tell me it's 99. OK, at the moment that we're recording now, the what is the nation gearing up to? What is...
Pancake Day.
No. That's pancake.
The royal baby.
Yes, it is, yeah.
David Beckham was asked, wasn't he, as to what he thought the kid should be called, and he said he thought it should be called David, but only if it was a boy. And you're thinking, when has David Beckham got so sensible about names? Brooklyn Harper Cruise. You can't tell whether it's male or female or a boat trip round New York. It
has to be something that goes with princess or eventually queen. So, Latifah, or of the South. Those are...
No, do you know a better name? It's Greatest Hits.
What name they give the baby should depend on what they take as a surname. So if they're going to go with Windsor, if it's a girl, Barbara, if it's a boy, Legoland, and if they're going with Cambridge, either way, Travelodge.
Surely it's a state of Britain today, though, that Prince Charles is going to become a grandfather before he's even got his first job. I mean, that's a tragedy, isn't it? That is a tragedy.
Andy lives in an estate.
You're never going to be able to... I don't know how you discipline a royal baby, though. What can you do to royal kids to go like, right, you've been naughty, you're grounded? Well, in Buckingham Palace, quality.
The only bit that I'm really looking forward to is the bit where they finally announce the baby, when Prince William comes out onto the balcony going, hey,
A man with children.
Just a bunch of giraffes on the...
Oh, at the end of that round, the points go to Chris, Ed and Andy. Now we come to scenes we'd like to see. So if everyone can make their way over to the performance area, I'll read out this week's topics and then we'll see what our panelists can come up with. OK, here we go. The first subject is questions omitted from this year's exams.
Using pie, distract the fat kid next to you so as you can copy his answers.
Using only the English language, write something.
History. Henry IV, Henry V, Henry VII. Which was the greatest Hoover the caretaker ever had?
Maths. Robert has 400 stamps. He'd like to put them in 12 different albums. He wants to have them equally in each album. How many friends does Robert have?
Do you know the way to San
Really Manager studies. If two men have been married for 10 years, for how long will they burn in hell for?
If the fluid has been flowing at 21 litres a minute for 15 minutes, what on earth is wrong with my bladder?
Fill your name at the top of the exam paper. If it's Tyler or Charmaine, get up, leave the school and never come back.
Using only the mass of the ass and the angle of the dangle, calculate the measure of the pleasure.
Yes.
If a man travels 12 miles each day to buy a loaf of bread, how long before he realises that living in the countryside is shit?
Are multiple choice exams too easy? A, yes.
Optician's final exam. What do you think are the main causes of short-sightedness? And now? How about now? And now? What about now? And now?
Media studies, trick question 1. Name a business like show business.
Geography. What is to blame for climate change? A, the sunlight, B, the moonshine, C, the good times, or D, the boogers?
OK, the next topic is things a weather forecaster would never say.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your $1,000.
And these are the worst floods since records began, which was last year when all the records were destroyed in that flood.
This is a map. I'm not a giant.
It's going to be a bit blowy today. It's my birthday and my wife promised me one.
Later on, it's going to be raining cats and dogs because a bomb's gone off in Battersea.
Well, it was cloudy earlier. I think I may have a urine infection.
It's well hot, isn't it?
Well, it was a frosty start for some of us this morning because I came in pissed again and accidentally got in bed with my mother-in-law.
Well, you'll be glad to know that scientists have finally explained why we've been enduring this rather long spell of disappointing weather. Apparently, we live in Britain.
And over the next 3 days, we will see some spells of rain. The entrails never lie.
Things should be getting a lot cooler. I've just made friends with a black man.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to get wet later on. I'm following you, and I've got a bucket.
I'm sure the ladies are going to be wearing skimpy bikinis tomorrow. It could reach 90 degrees, which is not bad for a man my age.
It is going to be a scorcher, so guys, you might as well just staple your balls to the inside of your thigh because those bad boys are going nowhere.
Thank you very much, Dave. Yeah, pretty easy report on things that have already happened. Now, predicting the future.
And now the shipping forecast. Dogger, car park, my penis rising slowly.
OK, the end of that round. The points go to Chris, you and Rob. And that's the end of the show. This week's winners are Andy Parsons, Ed Byrne and Chris Ramsey. Commiserations to Chris Addison, Hugh Dennis and Rob Beckett. Thank you for watching. I'm Dara Breen. Good night.
They're off on a summer break back in September, so next Thursday we mock the week again, more best bits at 10. And Dara's here with another new series next Thursday. Science Club returns to BBC Two, details coming right up.